Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to be talking about something that has been on my mind for months, but I wanted to wait until it was my 1 year anniversary, and that is deleting my Instagram. I deleted my Instagram around this time last year, so I've officially been off of the app for a year now, and I just want to go through all of the changes that I've noticed in myself, things that I've started doing, things that I've stopped doing, my mental health, my body image, all of these different things that I have noticed a change in since I have got off that app. For a little backstory, I think I downloaded Instagram in 2012. It was the year after high school, so I was like a freshman in college when I officially got on Instagram. I thought I never had any issues with Instagram. I always enjoyed it. I posted on there frequently. I liked staying in touch with people. I am of the generation where I started using a computer at like 6 or 7 years old. I had MySpace, I had Zanga, of course, Facebook. So I really liked social media. I didn't think I had an unhealthy relationship with it. I remember when I used to hear people say, oh, I need to take a break from Instagram, and they would deactivate it for a while. I never understood that. I could never relate. When people would tell me that, I'd just be like, that's weird. Something must be wrong with you. I'm being so honest. I used to think something was wrong with people who said they needed to take a break from Instagram, because I did not think that the app affected me mentally as much as it really did. So going forward to last March, I was sleeping in my bed. This was also around a time where I was just taking my healing journey a lot more seriously. I had stopped drinking. I started praying more. I started reading my Bible. I started just going outside. I was going to therapy. So my mind was in a really good, clear space. This was the most sober I've ever been in my life. I'm just going to be honest with you. In the mornings, I hear God talk to me, and I always know when it's his voice because it comes in so strong and it's authoritative, but in a peaceful way. I don't feel like I'm being woken up out of my sleep scared. It's just a very calm, matter-of-fact, strong voice. It's coming from the outside and coming into me, and it always tells me to do certain things. And so in this part of my healing journey, I started to learn how to be more disciplined when it came to listening to this voice, because it never led me the wrong way. So I'm sleeping in the morning, I hear a voice come to me and tell me, delete your Instagram. And I just sat there and I opened my eyes and I said, where's this coming from? Where's this voice coming from? Because it felt like it was coming from the outside in. It wasn't my inner thoughts. It wasn't an intrusive thought. It was something else telling me to do this. And so I sat there and I said, God, is that you? Why are you telling me to delete my Instagram? I'm a content creator. I've finally started building my following. I've been trying to build my following for years because of TikTok. I have people coming over to my Instagram now and following me. I'm making money off of my Instagram. Why would I delete my Instagram? Like, this doesn't make sense. And I just heard a voice tell me, delete your Instagram. It no longer serves you. You're going to be fine without it. And so I sat there and I just thought about all of the brand deals I'm going to miss out on, all of the connections with people that I'm no longer going to see, all of the pictures that I had saved on there. I knew I had to follow it though. I knew I had to follow this voice because it's never led me astray. So I opened up the app, I screenshotted a couple things, wrote down some businesses that I wanted to remember their names of, and I just deleted it. 10 years I've had this profile. So many different people throughout my life were following me on there. Gone. I just deleted it. And when I tell you, right after I deleted it, I felt this huge weight come off of my chest, and I felt my shoulders relax. And in my mind, I was thinking, why do I feel so relaxed now? I just took a huge risk. I'm gonna lose money. I don't know what this is gonna mean for my content creation career. Like, Instagram is a big platform to have. A lot of people won't even sponsor you if you don't have an Instagram. Like, how are people gonna contact me? I was thinking about all these things, but at the same time, I felt so relaxed. I felt so peaceful. That was one of the first things that I noticed, was just this peace came over me once I deleted Instagram, and that was very telling to me. And so now I'm going to go through the other changes that I noticed in myself now that it's been a whole year. let's get into it. Another big change that I noticed when I deleted my Instagram was that I stopped buying stuff. And I think it's because I wasn't bombarded with all of these images of influencers and celebrities wearing trendy clothing. You know, my TikTok algorithm doesn't really show me that. I believe it is if you see something at least 72 times, you're gonna buy it. And it's very true. If you see something enough, your mind is gonna take that in and be influenced to buy it. That's why they pay influencers a lot of money and send out the same product to multiple people, because if you see it enough, you're gonna wanna buy it. And now that I've been off Instagram, I have developed my personal style so much more because I'm really not taking in all of these images of all of these other people wearing other clothes as often. And I've realized a lot of things about how I like to dress. I've realized I don't really like a lot of color. I didn't know that before. If you looked in my closet a year ago, you would see so many brightly colored things. And you know what? I never wore them. It's just so crazy to me because I used to spend so much money going into Zara and Pretty Little Thing. I haven't even shopped on Pretty Little Thing since getting off of Instagram. Like, those sites almost don't even exist to me anymore because I never see their clothes. I would buy all of this stuff that made no sense and it didn't fit my personality. And I realized, wow, I was being influenced. I've also realized that I don't really care about designer stuff as much as I used to. I think Instagram is so aesthetic based and you constantly see people flexing their labels and designer this and designer that. Louis Prada Gucci, Louis Prada Gucci, them tags. And it does influence you to want to have that. But now that I'm off of there, it's like, I don't need designer everything. Like, if I find something that's good quality and it works for me and it fits my style, that's really what matters. Honestly, I don't like to wear logos as much anymore because I don't like attention. Like, when I'm going out in public, I don't want people like looking at me or staring at me or like size up how much money I have based off of my stuff and the logos that I'm wearing. I like more low-key stuff, something that's like not so in your face. Except for my Gucci Dionysus bag. I love that bag. I will always wear that bag. It's just a great bag. It's good quality. It's nice and big. You know, you can fit a lot of stuff in it. And also something that I've really noticed is I don't dress as sexy as I used to. And bear with me because I really do think Instagram had something to do with this. You know, the more skin that you're showing in a picture, the more likes that you get. Like, that's just what it is. And I realized, oh, I actually don't like to dress so revealing. I was doing that because I know it's gonna photograph well and I'm gonna get a lot of engagement. You know, if I have the boobs pushed up, if I'm showing lots of skin, you know, if I'm in a bikini, that's gonna get way more likes than if I'm in a sweater and jeans, you know? And I noticed after I deleted Instagram, I don't dress as sexy. Every time I went out, it had to be sexy. It had to be short. I had to be showing skin, or I would do a lot of makeup, you know, and a lot of eye makeup and whatnot. And I just realized, oh my gosh, I was doing that because it looks good in pictures, not because I actually like to dress that way. Wow. The revelations, okay? And I can admit this to you because it's kind of embarrassing, but I know there's other people out here who do this as well. You may just like to dress sexy and that really is your personality, but I do think there are a lot of people out there that dress more revealing because they know they're gonna take a picture and the more skin you show, the more likes you get, versus like that's how they actually really like to dress. Another thing that I have noticed since deleting my Instagram is that my confidence went up major. And I believe it's because of those God forbidden face filters, okay? Those face filters completely warp the idea of what your face looks like and what it should look like and what does a normal human face look like. I'm on TikTok. I don't really use face filters that much, but when I do, it's so noticeable to me how unnatural I look versus just a year ago. Before I would take a selfie on Instagram, filter. I had to have a filter on there. Now, when I put a filter on my face, I'm like, ooh, this looks so fake. Just so crazy to me because in the past, I used to want my face to look like that. Like, imagine if I had the money or the will, right? Or the priorities to actually go and do that to my face. That's not what a normal person's face looks like. In my day-to-day life, on my TikTok algorithm, I don't see people with that Instagram face. And you know what I'm talking about? Like the super inflated cheeks, the super snatched jaw, big lips, eyebrows pulled up, you know, huge lashes, teeny nose, little gumdrop nose, winged liner, gloss, like just everything, like face tuned out. Yeah, that's not real. That's not real. And when you get off of Instagram, you will realize people don't look like that in real life. Even the girls, even like the IG models that you can think about. I live in Atlanta. They don't even look like that on real life. And I'm just glad I didn't touch my face. And I'm glad that I've reversed that facial dysmorphia. It's just crazy to think about now. Like every time I held a camera up to my face to take a video, I thought I needed a filter to change the bone structure of my face for my mind to find it pleasing for me to look at. That's crazy. Nobody needs a face filter. I'm really thinking about it now. Like, what does that do to your mind? What does that say about the state of your mind? That every time you hold a camera up to your face, you need something to warp the shape of your nose and to change your eyebrows and to change your lips for you to be like, okay, this is fine. Think about that. That's not normal. Something is warping your mind. What is that going to do to your self-confidence? And I realized how much it had warped my self-confidence, and it also affected my body image. I used to think I wanted lipo, BBL, breast implants, whatever you were offering, I wanted it, okay? I thought like, I want to look snatched. What? Like now looking back, I realized like, oh, you were being brainwashed. You don't actually want to look like that. Instagram told you that you want to look like that. Because this is the thing about the subconscious mind. Your mind on a subconscious level does not know the difference between when something is fake and is real. That's why when you're watching a horror movie, you get scared, even though you know these are actors, you know these people didn't actually die, but your heartbeat goes up, right? Because your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between that being real and fake. And it's the same thing with Instagram. When your mind takes in all of these images of women who have photoshopped their bodies to the gods, put 9 different filters on their face, your mind doesn't know that that's fake. You know, your subconscious mind, you might consciously be like, oh, this probably isn't real, but your subconscious doesn't know. It just takes it in. So if you are following all of these people who have had lots of surgeries and edit their photos like crazy, you're just taking it in, taking it in, taking it in. What's going to happen when you get undressed at night and you look at yourself in the mirror and you don't look like them? And your subconscious mind takes in that image as well. It's going to go, oh, this is off, because it's been taking in all of these other images of, you know, people that don't even look real. And it's going to look at you and it's going to go, something's wrong, because it doesn't fit the pattern of all the other stuff that you've been taking in. And that's how you get body dysmorphia. That's how you start to look at yourself when you look completely normal and start to think something's wrong with you. Something else that I have noticed since being off of Instagram is I no longer have FOMO. I no longer have like this feeling of missing out on things or being anxious that I'm not going to get invited to something. Because you know what? I don't know what my friends are doing. I don't know what anyone is up to unless they come and tell me themselves. And when I tell you, that is so much peace. I love it. I'm the kind of person, just because I'm friends with you does not mean I need to be invited to everything that you have. But I do feel like because we have all these connections and everybody's following each other on Instagram and on Facebook or Snapchat or whatever, and you're constantly seeing what people are up to, I feel like sometimes people will just invite you because they're scared you're gonna see it on their stories and they don't want you to like feel bad, or they don't want you to think that you don't like them. And I just love like that I don't have that problem anymore, because I don't know what you're doing. You could have had a whole house party, not invited me. I don't take it personally. I know people have different friend groups, and sometimes people think you don't want to come to something so they don't invite you. I don't take everything so personal, and I just love not knowing what everybody is up to 24/7. I love not knowing about every single event that's going on and feeling like, oh, I have to go to this. Oh, I have to go to that. It's like, no, I don't know. I don't know about it. I love it. I love it. And I also just love having so much more privacy. I do post on TikTok. You guys know that. But I don't post like what I'm doing every single day, every single thing that I'm up to, every place that I go. I've been on plenty of vacations. I've been on plenty of trips. I've gone to plenty of concerts, never posted about it. Nobody knows that I went unless I was there with you or you saw me. And I love it. I love it. I love people not knowing what I'm up to. I love just going about my life. There's so many things in my life that have changed, and no one really knows. Maybe like literally a handful of people, like 5 people know. And it's very peaceful. It's powerful. Your privacy is powerful. And the thought of like waking up all the time and going on Instagram stories, because Instagram like forces you to put out content and tells you need to post 10 stories a day and all this stuff, you end up oversharing. I'm sorry, nobody cares what you ate for lunch. Like, unless you're giving some type of like fitness advice, it's kind of like, yeah, I don't have to post my breakfast every single morning. It's not that important. Nobody really cares. I just realized like Instagram had started to normalize for me so many things that I now that I don't have it, I'm like, oh, that's not normal. It's weird, actually, especially also with like vacations and whatnot, people posting in real time. We know we've heard a lot of stories about people getting robbed, people's houses getting broken into because they just watch people on social media and they can tell that they're out of town and they use that opportunity to break into their home and rob them. And it's really serious. And if you're still on Instagram, I don't care if you only have 500 followers, you don't start posting until you get back from the trip. Like literally every time now on TikTok, if I'm on a vacation somewhere, I start posting about that vacation or like where I'm at as I'm on my way home. It's good that way. You don't want people to know your every single move and all of your whereabouts. I'm gonna get into a little bit of the negative side of deleting Instagram, and that is when you delete your social media, some of your friends, you're never gonna hear from them again. Honestly, it used to hurt my feelings, but now it really doesn't. I understand I am not the center of everybody's universe. I know everyone is not waking up every day thinking about where's Kelsey. I need to check on her, whatnot. And so some of those people, I'm fine with not speaking to them again, or our relationship ran its course. And if I just stop hearing from someone completely, like somebody that I maybe used to hang out with because like I'm no longer on Instagram, maybe our friendship wasn't as strong as I thought. And so like I'll just like leave that where it is. Another positive side of that I would say is a lot of those people that like you don't really talk to anymore, but you still like follow them on Instagram and you're scared to unfollow them because you don't want them to think like you don't like them or whatnot. I love that a lot of those weird in-between acquaintances or strangers that I met like 5 years ago, I just love that all of that is gone. It's not normal to collect all of these people that you will never talk to anymore, that you will never hang out with. Like, I don't think we're supposed to be doing that as humans. You need to allow new people to come into your life. And I just love that once I deleted Instagram, a lot of those awkward acquaintance type connections were just gone. And it's not personal. It's really not personal. Why am I following the girl I met in the club bathroom 10 years ago? For what? We're never gonna hang out again. And I just realized I'm not that nosy. Like, I don't really care what they're up to. I know they don't really care what I'm up to. You know, goodbye, club bathroom girl. I wish you the best. But I will say now, the relationships that I do have and the people that I hear from consistently, I have much more deeper relationships. And I love that because I don't have social media besides TikTok, but none of my friends really follow me on TikTok. If you want to know what's going on in my life, you have to text me or call me. There is no Instagram story that you can just click through and go, oh, okay, I checked on her, and then that be it. Or like send a reaction every 3 months and then I don't hear from you. All of that is gone. And I like that because it really has weeded out a lot of people. And I can now focus on people who are a lot more like me and they're a lot more intentional and they put a lot more effort into their friendships. So it's kind of like a nice filtering system. Something that has really shocked me that I have noticed once I got off of Instagram as well is I have learned to understand the difference between my opinion and other people's opinions. Since getting off of Instagram, I have learned how to think for myself. That is one of the greatest things that you can learn, is to have your own opinions. Don't just have all of the opinions of your friends, of your family, of celebrities, what the internet is telling you. Learn how to have your own ideas about things. And unfortunately, if you're on an app and you're being fed a lot of information, it can be hard to dissect the two sometimes. And so I realized that with Instagram, that's what was happening to me. And it's just so crazy. It's crazy to think about. It's crazy to think about that. Now that I'm not consuming so much of that, a lot of my opinions on things have changed. And I believe it's because I'm not being bombarded with other people's discourse all the time. So in hindsight, I am so glad that I got off of Instagram. It really did not serve a purpose for me anymore. I have felt so much better. My mind is so much clearer. I've been able to really focus on making content that I enjoy. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I've given you lots of things to think about. So I definitely recommend, if you do still have an Instagram, take a break from it. Take it like a 2-week break and just notice how you feel. So make sure to like and subscribe down below. You can hit the notification button because I will be posting more frequently on here. And that's all. Until next time, bye.